NXT kicked off tonight with a weaponized steel cage match between Dion Lennox and Saquon Sugars. This was their blow-off match to their rivalry. It's kind of like their grudge match. This is the end. Not a very good match. A lot of botches here. There was chairs used early on. A trash can was used. Saquon Sugars brought out his stupid baseball bat. Brother, you're not Sting. You suck, Saquon Sugars. Oh, God. Oh, he's a bat. I'm supposed to be worried. Like, fuck off. Anyway, the botches were really bad. The worst one was on Dion Lennox was on the table and it just broke when that was supposed to be like the last spot. It looked so terrible. In the end, Sugars has to go to the top, hit a crossbody from the top of the cage and win. I didn't like this. So much botches. These guys suck. I don't want to watch them on NXT. I fucking hate this NIL bullshit with Dion Lennox and Sugars. I don't see anything in him. So Natty was walking backstage, heading to the ring. Jada Parker was heading there. Thea Hale kind of like cheered her on, and then you had Tony D'Angelo interviewed backstage. Sarah Schreiber was with the Vanity Project at a bowling alley, and this was a pre-taped segment. I really like this. We never get to see these segments in NXT anymore, even on the main roster. I actually like this kind of version of NXT. It was just Sarah Schreiber hanging out with young men. A male hanging out with some young guys. I don't know. Anyway, we haven't seen Sarah in a while. And it was funny because none of the Vanity Project members could hit a fucking strike, which was funny. And I thought this was just an entertaining segment compared to what we usually get with backstage interviews. If this was a backstage interview, it would have been very fun. I actually kind of like this. Natty was in the ring. She cut a promo on Jada Parker. Then Jada came out. She stood up to Natty, and it leads to a submission match being made for Heatwave. Not that into that. Jada Parker's not very good. We got Keanu Carver against Cam Hendricks, a match it's like it's my nightmare, this fucking match. Mason Rook attacked Carver. Triple nightmare now. I hate all three of these guys. Anyway, where he attacked Hendricks, I meant, and then Carver pinned Hendricks. He had NXT Spotlight and Kalani Jordan. This was good. I like Kalani. And then he had the Zillivat 2 video promo. He had Callie Armstrong against Daria. Callie had to win. Why are they pushing her so hard? There's nothing to her. She's just average. She has a particular look that stands out. To me, it just looks like a generic women's wrestler. I don't know why she's getting this big push where she beat Zarya, and I don't think Zarya should be losing. She never loses, but they have to fucking put Callie Armstrong over and make it a triple threat match. Now it's Zarya, Callie, and Ren Heatwave. Kendall Gray was talking to some NASCAR driver backstage, and she went with him into the doctor's office to check on Ren Sinclair. Birthright was out next. They faced 4 random guys. Birthright won the 8-man tag match. Decent match, but a lot of flips and shit. Didn't care that much for it. Robert Stone was talking to a female referee backstage. And then Keanu Carver comes in, says some shit I don't really care about. Keanu Carver sucks. And then Charlotte Hill said some shit. I don't give a fuck about these guys. All these guys suck. It's this NIL bullshit I don't give a fuck about. They really have to rethink what they're doing with the NIL program in NXT now, because there's a big problem arising in which the male talent that they're bringing in for the NILs just aren't panning out. And it's a big issue now for NXT because they have to figure out a way to build up new male rosters, because now they're having to go back to doing what they did before, which was going to the indies. They get Zilla Fatu, they get Mike Santana, and they bring Grayson Waller down from the main roster. And they also got Naraku. So they've built a decent division now, men's division. And they still have Tony D'Angelo. They're only really real homegrown star. The issue is now with NXT is they have a big problem now. And this NIL, it's bad. I know Jordan Grace is writing some big write-up about it. It's like a thesis. We'll see what she says. You had Rey Fenix against EK Prosper and like a Lucha Libre match. I'll be honest. This is why I don't like watching wrestling on Wednesdays. It's just a bunch of flips. I don't give a shit about the style of wrestling. People like it. It gets people into it because they're oohing and awing of the big spots, but they really don't mean much because when you do it every single week, nothing means anything anymore. It's a kind of match. It's fine like once every 4 years. But yeah, like if you do this every week, it's like it becomes nothing soon. It's just like, oh, fans oohing and awing. Well, the people watching on TV have already seen this a bunch of times, so I don't like it. I know it's designed to build up interest for Heatwave, the AAA Heatwave, which was before NXT, and also they're doing the AAA show, the Triple Mania show coming up, and then there's the Worlds Collide, and there's a Roman Reigns match, and Mexico on the 14th of September. So there's a lot coming up. I get why they want to feature that. But just a flippy match for me, not my cup of tea. So Ray Phoenix won, and they embraced after the match. And the NASCAR guy was talking to Tavion Heights and Miles Bourne backstage. Hankins Hake walk in, some stupid comedy segment. Kendall Gray and Winston Sinclair were heading to the ring, and then they preview Heatwave, and we finally get the main event segment, which was the NXT Heatwave Summit. So Kendall Gray and Winston Sinclair were out first. Kendall cut a promo on Kalani, and she took a shot. And I mean, she took a shot at Liv Morgan. She made a comment, well, I defend my titles unlike some champions who haven't defended their titles in 100 days. A clear shot at Liv, which was a surprise. And then Kalani came out. Then Zarya came out. And then Kali Armstrong came out. And then Grayson Waller was out. He kind of put down the woman in his heel stance, which was funny. Then Cruz Montana came out. It led to a brawl. Then finally Zilla Fatu comes out. All out brawl to end the NXT show. That was the end of the summit. What happens was Kendall Gray laid out Kalani Jordan Bada with like a spinning back fist, and she posed with her belt, and Zilla Fatu posed with the NXT title. That makes you think there might be new champions, or not new champions. Zilla Fatu's not champion. Maybe Kendall Gray's losing. I'm not sure. I still think she's going to beat Kalani, but Zilla Fatu, I don't think he's winning. I don't. But that was NXT tonight, and we will see what they have in store for Heatwave, which is this Sunday.